at some point, if there aren't already, there will be chips on everyone and in every ball for sure, so that they can kind of understand where you're at as far as being able to kind of like when you think, I think of it more as like a basketball, where now they can tell where every player is on the court and they maximize efficiency with the 3-pointer, whatever. This idea that at some point, the football, absolutely, if it doesn't already, will have some sort of location chip in it. And for me, I've always thought, why not have some sort of way to recognize if the ball crosses the goal line? Put a chip in it, then you don't have to take the human element of it as a scrum, have the line judge come in and pretend he gets it right. Was the knee down? Was the knee not down? Where was the ball? Where was the ball over the thing? People who watch every video on this channel know that at one point I talked about there's so many cameras in goal line pylons nowadays. Put one up on the up too, so you can see when the ball actually crosses it, if it crosses it. And so in that same world, I'm going to take you all inside the NFL locker room. What is SeatGeek? SeatGeek is a ticket platform that searches hundreds of other sites for you and brings ticket sellers together right here in one place. No more searching around wondering if you're going to get ripped off. Use the coupon code TheQBSchool and get $20 off your first order from SeatGeek. I know I'm going to guess the year was 2010. It was either 29 or 2010. I was in with the Bengals, and the other quarterbacks were the Palmers. And so we got into this technology thing. Jordan had a bunch of things on the side, technology-driven businesses. And so we were just talking sports and technology. And we made a bet, even though if you ask them, they'll probably say that they don't remember. Definitely remember. I don't remember how much it was for. It wasn't for like 5 figures, but it was for it was for something. We used to bet a lot about like embarrassing each other, making you have to wear costumes or something, but it was for something. And the bet was essentially at some point, baseball is going to have a technology-driven strike zone. Now I know, here we go. Hit me with the comments. Let it be. At some point, this is going to happen. And so for me, I know there's a lot of old school people who want, the human element of it. But for me, when I watch like a high-level tennis game, and I like watching tennis, I like watching the US Open, like watching Wimbledon. When they challenge a serve, it's super clean. It happens really fast. Come in, boop, boop. It hits the line. It doesn't hit the line, and we're on to the next. Why can't they do that for baseball? Why? Like what? I don't understand. And so for me, football-wise, it's even easier for the goal line, ball, no doubt about it. That technology is coming. I just know from a coach and from a player standpoint, it's so frustrating to feel like it's not like you're getting cheated because they're trying as hard as they can. They really are. Like high school football specifically, let's talk high school football. They're trying as hard as they can. Referees in high school love football. They would probably love to coach, but it takes up too much time. So they're going to referee and give back to the game that they love. But there just aren't enough of them. Oftentimes in California, there's only, I want to say 5. In the league, I want to say that there's 7 or 8. So you just can't see things. And the things that they miss oftentimes are like the slot receivers being held. Well, if you throw it a lot, that's an issue. So, I'm not saying that we want to get rid of every human element in the game, but I do think that there are places, especially as the generations who are more and more comfortable with technology start to become more and more of the decision makers, especially as you can continue to keep the pace of the game. I think that there are elements of technology that can just make the game more accurate and better. And so for me, the strike zone thing, just make it technology driven. For me, I just see like a little hologram right over the strike zone. You challenge the call, you don't like it, it comes up, you see the ball go through it, click it, strike, not a strike, we're on to the next. As opposed to getting called out because the ball was 6 inches off the plate and you're just craziness. And so someone who, I'm by no means an early adopter with technology, but I like technology that makes things easier, that's cleaner, crisper, and feels like it's so easy, and other sports use it so well, even with like soccer and the goal line technology nowadays. It just feels like if soccer's doing goal line technology, the NFL can't do goal line technology. Like, find a way. So, I don't know if y'all totally disagree or what. Let me know. I'm sure I'll get back and read these comments at some point. But that was it for me, Nick. So, I appreciate it. Let me know what you think that your thoughts are on the technology thing. I personally know that I think it's coming. It's a wave, and I embrace it, or I try to embrace it and feel like I'm be on the front end of those type of things, but sometimes it feels like, you know, you hit a wall with some people who are just totally anti and want as much human element as possible for whatever reason they're not comfortable about it. So